Oh my gosh, here we are. It is Ash Wednesday. It is Ash Wednesday. I am not gonna go get ashes on my face. Psh, psh. I don't need anything put on my face to remind me of all my shortcomings. I am quite aware. I am quite aware. Well, I didn't wash my hair today. It's all feeling like, I don't know, feels all weird. Feels almost like gummy or something. I don't know. Washed it yesterday. Water. It's like our water is so hard. Our water is so hard. Yeah, so I'm giving up caffeine for Lent, and Omar down there. I go downstairs, right? And has left like a whole cup of coffee down there in the carafe. And it's still sitting there. I'm gonna look at it all day. I'm gonna look at it all day. Maybe I'll mix it up with some henna and put it on my hairs. Oh no, I can't have the caffeine. That's still consuming the caffeine. That's right. So if I put henna on my hairs are gonna be super super red, and I'll really look like Bozo. Got a clown suit on today. It's like a jumpsuit kind of thing, and I put a sweater over it. I'm Bozo the clown. Oh my goodness. So, what is going on today on Ash Wednesday? I'm very excited. Very excited because I'm going to start my paintings today. And so, what does that mean? What does that mean? What am I going to do? So, I'm breaking it down. I have four large surfaces that I'm going to be working on over these 40 days, and I'm going to work on them in 10-day increments. And then I have four smaller test pieces. So I'll do a test first. So today, what am I going to do? I'm going to prep my test surface, my first test surface today, and maybe work on it a little bit. The test surface is small. It's a small square, just like, I don't know, 6 by 6 square. And then the larger surfaces are what, 36 inches by 28 inches or something? No, I think they're bigger than that. They're bigger than that. There should be four of them. So we'll see. So what am I going to be looking at? What am I looking at? I've been reading. I got a couple books about Russian history, and it's been interesting. Like I haven't read them cover to cover. Um, but what's been interesting about like going through them, eventually I'll read the entire thing because they're interesting. But I have enough right now. I've gotten far enough along in the historical content that I can work on the paintings. I can work on the pieces. What am I looking at? Well, I am going to look at my ancestral history, and specifically, I am going to be looking at the Proshmos, right? The Great Purge, which was when most of my family came to this country. The majority of my family came to this country pre World War II, in between World War I and World War II, escaping fascism, whether it was the bullshit of Mussolini or czarist Russia going through Eastern Europe, right? So I'm gonna look at that. How am I gonna look at that? With my third eye. That's how. Using Drishti technique. Oh, Larissa. Larissa, you so crazy. I must be. I must be. So that is what I'm looking at. You know, the last year I was looking at the images from Jupiter, and would I like to go back to space? Yeah, but, or I shouldn't say but, I should say and. I'm just not ready to do that yet. That work, when I was looking at the like when I was looking at the nuclear images as well, when I was working on that, um, that that expansion, that headspace expansion, right? That auric expansion is hard on my body. It's hard on my body. So wait a little bit on that. Besides, I would really, really like to look at the energies around my family's history. It's not just my family's history, it's so many families' history. I'm just going to be looking through the lens of my ancestral heritage. So, we'll see. We'll see. I'm a little bit nervous. A little bit nervous. What am I nervous about? Astral projection is nothing to take lightly. And, I mean, CIA uses it. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Remote viewing. So astral projection and remote viewing are very, very similar things. Energetically, technique-wise, very, very similar things. I don't generally practice astral projection to other people. Like, I know there are a lot of people who enjoy doing that, and I just find it extremely intrusive and kind of voyeuristic, and I don't think it's ethical without consent. Right? So trust me, I won't knock on your door uninvited. There have been plenty who have knocked on my door. Been plenty who crawled in through my windows. Anyway. Yeah, so I'll start those paintings today, and then I got laundry to do, and of course my book. I can't believe it. Yesterday, I finished a chapter. Was it fifth chapter? I'm working on chapter 6 now. Fifth chapter, and there's been a murder. There's been a murder in my book. I knew somebody was going to die. Like, I had a feeling. It's when somebody dies, when a character dies in a story, it's like a big transition. So like when you're studying literature, one of those essay questions, that teachers like to ask in 101 classes, right? Is which character undergoes the largest transformation in the story, right? And why? You have to then. I think that was a question. I think that was a question. What's his face? Jim Goldwasser asked when we read Faulkner, when we were reading Light in August. But anyway, the obvious answer is whatever character dies. I mean, you can't go through a bigger transformation than death, and it's interesting. It's interesting. I didn't think it was going to be this character. I knew somebody was going to transition in that way, but die in the story, but I wasn't expecting it to be this character. I was just like, oh my goodness. But it was the only choice I could make as an author. You just have to wait and see. So what I'm going to do is when it's all done, I'm going to read one chapter at a time, like book on tape, right? And it'll be like story time with Miss Larissa. And I'll post it for you. It's a good story. It's a real good story. You're going to laugh at me putting on my makeups. Who you painting your face for, Larissa? Well, if I'm wearing a clown suit, I got to put on my clown face, right? I was at Ulta Beauty the other day, and they had these eyeshadows I almost picked up. This palette. It was like these really, really, really bright, garish punk colors, Like, when I say punk colors, I'm talking like the 80s, like neon pinks, and they called it a tropical palette. Like, tropical, my foot, that's like neon. I wanted it. I didn't get it. Why? Because I didn't need it. I'm kind of a practical gal. I really am. A practical gal. I like this pink color I got in here. It's call it Maud. M-O-D, Maud. Not M-A-U-D like the woman's name. Maud. Harold and Maude. Suppose you think that's very funny, Harold. That's a good older movie to watch. Going to funerals. But anyway, this color, it always makes me think of geishas. This is a color that in traditional geisha, Japanese geisha makeup, this pink is or a similar color pink is used on the eyes. It's really interesting. They powder and paint themselves real white, real, real chalky white, and then there's this shape that's painted around the eye in this pink, right? And they just draw little Cupid doll lips. They paint over their eyebrows and they draw in the big kabuki eyebrow kind of thing. Now, I wore this color yesterday, and I kind of liked the way it looked. That drag queen song, your makeup is terrible! Starababa, right? I need to use a smaller brush now that I've got. Let's see. Oh, here's good. This little brush. This little brush right here. Oh, there's a color here. It says called No Filter. Speaking of filters, I need to clean the filter in my fish tank. Mr. Krabby Crab, the crab that escaped and came back with like carrying around a chunk of Brody's hair, right? Took it back and he took this chunk of hair back up into the. It's like funny that crab died. That crab died. It made me very sad. So now I got one lonely crab in the tank, but he's funny. He hangs out on the heater, but I think it's because I need to change out some of that water and I need to change the filter, clean the filter. So. That's what's going on today. I got paintings, I got writing, I got laundry, and I got my fish tank. And then what am I gonna make for dinner tonight? I don't know. We had fool. I made fool madames, right? What is fool? Egyptian beans. I think it's a national dish of Egypt. That's what we had last night, and I had made it the night before, and we had leftovers. We had leftovers last night. Boston looked like they were eating leftovers too. Fellas, what was going on? I love you guys so much. I love you guys so much. You guys make fun of me all the time. Guess Boston came through for the Pat girl, right? Am I going to wear this No Filter? Or am I going to wear, I'm going to wear this one called Drama. You know whose eyebrows are looking nice? Boogie, your eyebrows look good, baby. Did you tweeze those? Do you do threading? What are you doing? You got a little sugar wax? What you got going on there? You got nice looking eyebrows. My eyebrows need waxed. Well, they just got some strays, They need to be taken care of. I don't know. I like to get them waxed. Next time I go get my nails done. Next time I go get my nails did, I'll get my eyebrows did too. Oh, you know what makeup I loved? I used to watch Bewitched when I was a little girl. And Dora, her big green makeup. I loved her eyeshadow. I had some green eyeshadow, that color. One time. It was really nice. It was a cream eyeshadow. It was really, really creamy. And it went on. It was kind of a metallic green. You know what else I like? I like blue eyeshadow. Not everybody can pull off blue eyeshadow. Sometimes people just you just look like Divine when you're wearing it. And I'm not saying Divine like holy holy. I'm talking about Divine. What was his name? Glenn. Rest in peace, that poor man. He was so abused. He was so abused. The filthiest people alive. What do you think? I think I need some eyeliner. I'm just practicing to start my paintings. I gotta paint my face first. Why bother, right? Like why do I bother? Why do I bother? And I'm not gonna use eyeshadow or eyeliner. I think I'm gonna use some eyeshadow. I got a black eyeshadow in here, and I'm gonna use this angled brush. I usually put eyeliner in my on my waterline. I got that what's it called? Urban Decay. They call it waterline, and that's specifically what it's for. It's for painting your waterline. I said, don't put anything in your waterline. You're gonna get an eye infection. I've never had an eye infection from that. You only get eye infections from your eye makeup if it's like you got some dirty eye makeup that needs to be thrown away. You have to throw your eye makeup away. Get some new stuff. Oh my god, I used to have this eyeliner. There's this what's that? Oasis Market on Telegraph. They used to carry this eyeliner. It was made in Pakistan, and it looked like a giant lipstick. That was some good eyeliner. It was funny because I was doing improv with this guy that was from Pakistan, right? And he said he was from Pakistan. I said, oh, so's my eyeliner. And he goes, and you put it in your eyes? He goes, I wouldn't put anything in my eyes. It came out of Pakistan. That's what he said to me. Oh, he was funny. He and I did some fun skits together. I really enjoyed improv, and I enjoyed acting. I enjoyed that very, very, very much. There was a group that I was part of called Liquid Mind. I don't know. Most of them. It turned out most of them didn't like me. Most of them hated me. I'm like, all right, whatever. Jeff Miner saying, Larissa, you have to understand, you are not everyone's cup of tea. No shit. No shit. I'm not trying to be anybody's cup of tea. Who wants to be a diuretic? Yeah, I had tea this morning. I've been considering, we'll see after today, how today goes, but I might try doing since I already, don't really eat meat, every now and then, I know every now and then, it makes me sick every time I do it, but, I might actually do some fasting. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, because I get hangry, and that's no fun. But you do special teas when you're doing that fasting. I have a fasting tea down there. Oh, I don't even know what I'm hungry for. I'm hungry. I'll make something to eat. Like I had this. Usually I really really like stinky cheese. I got this real stinky cheese down there, and what is it called, a brioche? Anyway, put that on some toast with fresh tomato and greens, radish greens, and it just didn't taste good to me. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm hungry for. I'm hungry though. Like whoever the drag queen was. There was some drag queen that was prank calling me there for a while. We lived in Oakland, kept calling me and kept telling me to eat a dick, bitch, eat a dick. You need to eat a dick, bitch, eat a dick. And I'm like, all right, all right. So there's this funny GIF in my phone that is like a claymation dick eating. So I sent it to Omar the other day, and "What's that creature?" He said, "That's funny." I said, I think it's a dick eating." It made me laugh. Made me think of those prank calls, and they kept calling me and telling me, "I'm gonna steal your credit card, girl. I'm gonna steal your credit card. Go shopping. Eat a dick, bitch." That's what they said to me on the phone. I'm like, oh my god, who this? Eat a dick, bitch. Oh my god. I have this like relax. It's supposed to be relaxing your dog music, and it sounds like this bizarre like MIDI file of All I Want for Christmas Is You. It's weird. Oh. But Brody is very relaxed. Very relaxed by it. Brody. Bro-delicious. He's laying here on the bed. He's ignoring me. He's like, I ate that sandwich. It was good. I did. I gave it to him. I thought, I don't want this. He ate it. He had the stinky cheese. He had that expensive stinky cheese. I don't know what I'm going to do with that cheese. I don't know. It's real creamy cheese. It's like a real wet, creamy cheese. It might be good. I got some mushrooms down there. Oh, you know what I think I'm going to make for dinner tonight? I got eggplants. I got these variegated eggplants. I think I'm going to make eggplants and tomato, and maybe I'll bake some bread. And then I have a whole bunch of microgreens and maybe I'll do eggplant parmesan. I'll have to ask Omar if he wants stewed eggplant parmesan. He'll probably say the stewed eggplant. Although eggplant parmesan was my pappy's favorite meal, mostly because nobody else in the family really liked eggplants, and he did. Aubergines. He said his mom used to make it for him, but whenever we'd go out to whatever Italian restaurant, if they had wild game on the menu, he'd have wild game. Like, was that Lely's in downtown Detroit? They had rabbit on the menu, and so whenever we went there, my pappy would order the rabbit. But if there wasn't wild game on the menu, he would always order eggplant parmesan because my mom never made it. My mom doesn't like eggplants. Well, some people don't. They're a nightshade, and to some people, the skin has a real strong bitter flavor. There's actually a toxin in that skin that some people are allergic to, and that's common in nightshades. Peppers and tomatoes are both nightshades as well. Yeah, we're gonna have eggplant tonight for dinner. Aubergines. That sounds good to me. Eggplant sounds good to me. I got some chickpeas in there too. I got some black-eyed peas in my cupboard as well. I'm gonna do black-eyed peas this week. What do I do with my black-eyed peas? Well, since I'm not putting a ham hock in them, I put liquid smoke in it, and onion and garlic, and usually some white wine, and cook those, and lots of butter, and cook those, and then I make parsnips. I like parsnips. I don't have any parsnips. I have to go see if there's any parsnips at the market. I like make mashed parsnips. Oh, mashed parsnips with butter, yum. And then some stewed greens, like mustard greens or something. I like mustard greens. I like collard greens too, but they take so long. And they're easy to overdo. I don't know. You know who makes good greens are Ethiopian people. If I go to Ethiopian restaurant, I love getting greens at an Ethiopian restaurant. That is some good stuff. I don't know what all goes into their greens or how long they cook them or whatever, but I love it. I love Ethiopian food. Love it. There's a Ethiopian restaurant in Detroit, or at least there used to be, called the Blue Nile. Yeah. And there's lots of Ethiopian restaurants in Oakland. There's lots of Ethiopian people. Ethiopia is not a very big country. How are they doing with Eritrea? Is Ethiopia and Eritrea, are they still fighting over that what the hell? I'm having a brain fart. I'm ovulating. Port. The port. Are they still fighting over access to the port? Eritreans and Ethiopians were all kinds of in each other's business a while back. I don't know. What's going on over there now? Thank God I'm in America. Thank God I'm an American. I'm glad to live in this country. Seriously, whatever is on the TV down there, it's relaxing dog music. You know what I found really interesting is when I write, I like there to be no music at all. And when I'm painting, I like there to be music in the background, but not when I write. I like it to be silent. It's a lot of eye makeup, isn't it? For housewear. Just call me Donna Reed. I got my pearl necklace on. I got my face, got my eye makeups on. Maybe I'll put on some high heels and go vacuum. Oh, this is that lip plumping. Supposedly, lip plumping. Last time I wore it, it spidered all over my face. Maybe later on, if it spiders all over my face, maybe I'll make another clip and I'll make some weird face and it's all lipstick all over my face. My Klingon eyebrow here. Throwing stank eye. Who throwing stank eye? Crook eye. Hook eye. Oh my gosh, I used to know this guy Hook Boogie. He was funny. He was funny. Know him from the Aubergine. Yeah, I met him at Aubergine. Hook Boogie. Oh. And I knew this other guy, L Boogie, and then some guy at that bar said, "Nah, you're the L Boogie." Called me the L Boogie. I said, "I can't be the L Boogie. There's already an L Boogie here." He's like, "Oh no, you're the L Boogie." I'm like, "I'm no L Boogie." Shuggy Boogie.